So anybody fishing on Caddo Lake has the opportunity to catch a tag fish. We have had 3 crappie turned in already this year, which is way above our normal average. They do tag mostly bass because more people fish for bass, and we want the fish to be caught.
How did this whole tagging fish system come about?
Well, if you'll remember, about that time, the lake was in pretty rough shape, Salvinia-wise.
Right.
It got pretty much to the point where people had quit coming. So we raised some money and wanted to do something to promote the lake and get people coming back to the lake. So we got with the Wildlife and Fisheries. And at first we were going to just give them money to spray Salvinia, and they told us not to do that,
Right.
that they could spray our money and 2 weeks later they'd never know it.
Right.
So this was actually their idea. Jeff Sibley, who you had on last week, and Kevin Houston got with our group, and they had seen this tagging program done on other lakes with great success. So the first year we tried it, we were a little bit leery. We had a little money, but not a lot of money, but we were able to get it up and running. And we did 50 fish the first year. Wildlife and Fisheries does all the tagging. They electroshock them, tag them, and release them. And then they send me a spreadsheet that they've made up that has the tag numbers and the sponsors' names for each tag. And as they're caught, I ask the people where they caught them, and then I send the information to Wildlife and Fisheries, and they send that picture back that you had before of exactly where in the lake they released what the fish was, what size the fish was, and where, of course, they released it. And then that way we can track the fish from where they were released to where they were caught. All of our sponsors have tracking maps, and I try to go by and update them as fast as I can. Sometimes they catch them faster than I can get through there to update them. But basically, that's what it is. Now, just to get into it a little bit deeper, we are a nonprofit organization. So when we started this, there were several things that I insisted upon. One was that it was not going to be a money-making project. 2, that it was going to be strictly to promote Caddo Lake. And 3, that it was not going to be just for the guy in the big glitter boat. I wanted everybody to have an equal chance, whether they were sitting on a bank with a cane pole or they were out in the $80,000 bass boat.
Right.
And so that has worked out real well, surprisingly. Yes, we do have some tournament fishermen that catch tags, but I would say the biggest majority are caught by either weekend anglers, children fishing off the bank, fathers and sons out on a brim fishing trip. I had a 78-year-old man here in Oil City catch a catfish in a hoop net. So as long as it's a legal catch, we honor that tag.
Well,
the only money that is generated is through the sponsors. The sponsors are charged $5 per tag for each tag they sponsor. That goes to the price of the tags that we buy the tags to give to the Wildlife and Fisheries, and all of our print material, the tracking maps, our handouts, reward posters, that sort of thing. So basically, we don't have a lot of expense. The tags are around $300 for 100, and printing runs me. We use Louisiana Association for the Blind, and that usually runs about 150. So if we can keep it in that range, nobody's making any money off of it, but we're having a good time doing it.
Like and follow the Outdoor News on Facebook, YouTube, and now TikTok for original quality content.